Alright, so the Mahjong Parlor is on the other side of the block here. Just below the karaoke bar, which we'll get to at some point. There's some really good karaoke songs in Kiwami 2. But first... Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. The ending song that I used throughout the entirety of Zero that I'm may or may not still be using here for the end cards came from a karaoke song in this game. Anyway, right next to the bar is this acupuncture clinic where Kiryu can undergo some acupuncture and his body will remember moves he used to know.
Nice.
That doesn't mean he gets them, though. It just allows him to unlock them by, spending experience points.
Right. He's dislocated his shoulder, and now the muscle can move 10 extra degrees or whatever. And now it's all a matter of just, like, getting back into the, state of mind to redo the move.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Anyway, now we can do the Komaki breakfall recovery, or we can learn it now, which allows us to get back up as we're falling. You can't just go to him several times in a row. You have to undergo certain life experiences before he'll reteach you, or you can relearn moves. I don't know how to put it. He's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Till he heals you or opens up the possibility of learning moves.
Yeah. The acupuncture clinic actually wasn't in Sotenbori in the original PS2 version. It was in a third, I guess you could call it a third town, which they actually did not adapt in Kiwami 2, which was probably the smart move because the third town was really just kind of a straight line made of reused assets from Sotenbori.
Gotcha. It's a little
A bunch of side stories and stuff in there got moved around to Kamuro and Sotenbori. But honestly, I'm okay with the streamlining because it's just kind of a pain in the ass to get over there and do stuff.
I mean, if it doesn't add too much either, like, there's not much of a point.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, we need to go talk to this dude here at Club Sega after we get brushed off at the Mahjong Parlor. Who's really hard to talk to unless you're, like, right behind him.
It's just that focused.
Yeah.
All I can say is that when you're at an arcade and you're playing, you always know if someone is directly behind you. That's about it.
Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's give it a try.
We've been enlisted again?
Yep.
Hooray.
You know, even if they can't, like, move the thing, the camera to the side, I wish you could at least, you'd at least have, like, the shadow of the arm underneath it.
Yeah, very strange that that's not included.
Yeah.
Especially since it's like, it feels like it'd be the easiest thing to implement in this sort of situation.
Yeah, that was Nintendo's solution in Mario 64 to make sure players always knew where Mario was, like, in terms of depth.
Yeah, but that also kind of made it, with respect to Mario Party, because it was player versus player, it also made it a little bit too easy.
I'll take that, just, in general, because I cannot... Otherwise, I would not be able to tell where Mario is.
I mean, I would not, because it cost me several palms. And joysticks.
This is why you don't play Mario Party 1.
I mean, obviously. But, when Mario Party 1 was new at the time, you didn't know that.
True.
Still surprised I never broke a controller over that game.
Anyway, this dude, he'll give us what we need in exchange for, helping, or rescuing his girl Yukiko.
Wow.
Well, let's get over to the coin lockers.
What could
They're,
possibly be there?
Bunch of thugs.
I like how
you know.
I like how the coin lockers are like open air. It's like anybody could see you putting something valuable in it and immediately get your ass kicked.
I mean, that's just kind of how coin lockers are in general. Like, I know I've certainly not been discreet about putting my suitcase in a coin locker when I was in Japan.
Damn.
Anyone want a burger?
I'm very surprised that guy survived, really.
Right? Excuse me, ma'am, can I get a burger? Him too.
I was really hoping someone would be at the counter and so you could order. It's like, if you beat all these guys up in 3 minutes before your order is done, you get the meal for free.
Unfortunately, the only store that really shows the employees when you're, fighting there would be like the convenience stores.
Man,
And even then, I'm pretty. Sorry, you first.
it really shows how modern society has collapsed when you're having this huge fight with like 6 people, and meanwhile in the one restaurant across from the burger place, they're both looking at their phones.
Oh, this is just a daily occurrence.
You know what? I believe it.
Anyway, Yukiko's over by the river, so let's go pick her up. Man, I should have gone to go check if the burger place would let me order anything after that fight. Most of the time, like if you fight at a restaurant or a convenience store, the clerk just will refuse to do business with you until, I guess, the shop's reloaded. But since that was a story fight, I don't know if the shop would have reloaded or not. Well, we got her. We rescued his cat. And while we're here, I don't think I've shown off the coin lockers yet, so here they are. If you find a key, just go back to the coin locker and open the locker it goes to. That's all there is to it.
I almost feel like it should be automatic.
Wow.
But
I could maybe see why it might not be, in case like your inventory's full and you don't want to like send something to the item box.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, here's the Mahjong Parlor.
I would like to play.
Oi.
Sir, you need a chair.
Well, it's got a cupro nickel body or jacket, lead core. There's some minor damage to the tip, probably, from whoever absorbed this in their body.
こら、近江高島かいや。
Also, I think you do have to pay the 100,000 yen. You might be able to haggle it down, but I don't remember. I might be conflating it with a different event.
そうや。この弾丸、大陸からの密輸銃でしか
Ah, yes, bullet like those. Copper nickel. You know, like every bullet.
今関西でこのルートから武器を調達しとるんは近江高島会しかない。
It's nice though. The Yakuza went to the cops like 12 years ago and they were like, okay, well, if we happen to smuggle any weapons, into the country, we're only going to smuggle them in 7mm Mauser, which is mostly like a dead cartridge. So don't worry about it. And the cops are like, oh, okay, that sounds perfectly legitimate. We're just going to go with 9mm for our pistols. That's how this guy knows instinctively, like, oh yes, it's this one guy. I didn't even measure it. I just know that the bullet is this size.
あかんあかん。これ以上は言えまへんわ。わしが話せんのはここまでや。なぜ高島が。
And I'm sure someone like might complain about it already. One, there shouldn't be any like green coloration on a bullet. That makes no sense. Two, if we're led to believe that the bullet has a special marking that's been like engraved on it, one kind of messes with like the entire dynamics of the projectile's performance. So you wouldn't really trust anybody shooting that sort of thing. But two, if they were going to actually try to make that a distinction, they should make that very clear to me as a viewer and dumb gun nerd.
I'm glad you're here to educate me on this too, because this is actually super fascinating.
しばらくの間待機だ。このまま泳がしとけ。時間はある。
はい。それでは。なあお前、電話しとったんかい。
Yeah, everybody texts these
調べ
days.
なめとんのか。
単なるビジネスの話ですよ。私もいろ
But
いろ。
did they text all that often in the
国道風情がカッコつけ
in
ん
the
な
Wild
よ
West of 2006?
こっちは裏でお前が汚いことぎょうさんやっとんの知っとんのじゃ。
mean, it's Japan after all.
どこの組織が
True.
頼る密輸しとるそうやないか。
任意の取り調べですよね。お答えする義務はないはずですが。別件の取り調べでもやるつもりですか。
いや。
こっちは被害者なんですよ。捕まえるなら桐生一馬の方なんじゃないですか。
Yeah, and I'm really playing a card I've seen politicians use in 2020 quite a bit.
まさか。近江は被害者
But really,
さっ
it's
さと
the
桐生を
white person
あの
who's
女刑
the
事さんに
victim
捕まえ
here.
させてくださいよ。簡単な話ですよね。
お前、なんで裁判のこと。
まあいいでしょう。ところで別所さん、本部長から何かお達しがあったんじゃないですか。
ああ、そうや。ご丁重にお帰りいただけって言われたわ。もう帰って。釈放や。
そうですか。では。
You know, the way he holds that phone makes me think it's a knife.
高島。
But just like a
He
very,
does hold it kind of weird, doesn't it?
it's like a butcher's knife, you know? Very awkward.
合流会の肩持つような真似しくさったらすぐに同じや。分かっとんな。
別所さん。もう極道と警察
Not if my illegally smuggled firearms do the trick first. Ah, damn it, you got me to admit it. You goddamn
Damn.
cops.
Damn, he's good.
Earns a promotion on the spot. Confetti drops from the ceiling.
なんや。
さっきの続きだ。高島の裏を教えてくれ。
別料金や。それにちっとばかり値がはんで。
いくらだ。
30万や。
So, you could pay this, but there's a better idea.
Beat it out of him.
No, we're gonna go to our friend Kurokawa.
Damn it.
He'll help us.
You know, I was really hoping it was gonna be something dumb. You know, you like, I'll play you around a mahjong for it, and if I win.
Oh no.
Also, so do you think the people he plays with are informants, security guards, or just like regular players and too stupid to understand what's going on?
I think they're regular players who just really like playing with that dude.
He's just really good, whatever. Anyways, he's made us swear we wouldn't tell anybody about stuff, so.
おい
Anyway, we gotta go to the shot bar again to ask about almonds.
God, you know what I really want right now? Sushi. What the?
Oh man, that sushi sounds good.
I swear to Christ, I'm just gonna like have sushi delivered.
You do that. That sounds great.
I mean, if it wasn't 8 p.m.
When is it ever a bad time for sushi?
right before bed.
I was gonna say right before a flight.
おい
You know, I've never had sushi before flights.
Me neither, but I can imagine that if you somehow had bad sushi, I wouldn't want it to be like right before a flight.
I kind of don't rely on if I had bad food. Because it makes it sound like you're trying to eat bad food on purpose.
True. Anyway, if we go ask about almonds, then we can go get our information for free.
Alright.
えほんまでっか
Just
わかりました
let that be a lesson in life. If you need something for free, just ask about almonds.
Yeah.
おい
You trying to tell me you're poisoning me with cyanide, or how's this go? How's this work?
どうして俺の名前を
あんた1億円になってしもたわ
なんだと
Aw man, we're only 100 million?
悪思わんといてな
Our daughter was worth 10 billion last
その
year.
首に1億がかかっとりゃ誰でも目が血走るわな
1億とは
Man, so all of these guys are in on
安く
it.
見られたもんだな
まあ
Either that or they just heard 100 million yen bounty on this dude,
わしらにとったら大金や
and they just decided they wanted a piece of that.
でもらうで
I also like how this guy's an informer, but hasn't heard about Kazuma Kiryu, the guy who's literally punched his way through like 3 Yakuza clans and blown up 4 buildings.
Well, he's heard the name, but maybe he's never seen the picture somehow.
That's not how that works. Even a casual reader of the newspaper would know who Kiryu is. They just be like, you know what? I'm just telling you you got a bounty, but good luck. It doesn't help that he himself is muscle when he's like, he's just like an old man. That's literally the only thing I can quantify him as.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sure someone will do this for a future game, but if you ever give Kiryu the special abilities that he has, you should totally make it a feature that a character loses their sandals completely if he chucks them around the room.
Oh, that would be incredible.
It's just like, he kicks them in the face, he goes spinning around, you just see his sandals just kind of like flop off.
Oh, I would love that so much.
Look, Sega, I mean, anybody like Cloud Imperium games, I'm tempted to work for you.
I just really want to do a heat action, but
So we can't let this one Mahjong table stand. It must be destroyed.
I just couldn't pick it up for some reason.
俺の首に懸賞金をかけたのは誰だ
知るかやめろ戦国組や
あの戦国のことか
Like, Buddy, did you not think he would just beat you up a little bit more?
Seriously, he just beat the shit out of you.
寺田の香典が必要やったら声かけてくださいや。
こうだ、高島戦国に狙われて、あんた八方下がりやで。
I always have options, and then he plays like the wall or whatever on Mahjong.
争いのゴールなんや。
It's like the best opening ever. It is. Somehow it just doesn't have the same emotional impact if it's not Jim Carrey
そうか。
looking at himself in the
ほな
mirror.
雀荘で桐生を仕留めることはできへんかったっちゅうこっちゃな。わかった。
Who would have known?
せっかくあの女デカの情報源を先取りして銭に困った情報屋連中を焚きつけたんですが、
ああ、ないな素人。桐生の首は取れん。
次の手打ちますか。
まあええんや。少しは大阪で遊ばしたれや。
せやけど。
Well, I'm glad we're gonna be allowed to relax.
あの若者に何ができるっちゅうねん。所詮正面からドンパチやらかして。もしょいきがええ。
You know, given how,
あの桐っちゅ
I
うや
guess
つ
flush with cash this guy seems to be, I'm surprised he's not waving around a fan made of
若
money.
者も後を追うはずや。
You know, there's such a thing as decorum.
Look, man, if it was good enough for Kiryu 20 years ago,
Times have changed. I mean, look, he's got leopard print eyeglasses.
did he really?
Well, the
この
gotta give me the idea that they're leopard print, and I'm sticking with that.
I always thought it was more like wood grain.